Sri Bhattacharya Singhania, Chancellor of the University and President JK Organization, Sri Raghupati Singhania, Pro-Chancellor of the University and CMD JK Tire and Industries Limited, Dr. Dheeraj Sanghvi, Vice Chancellor of the University, members of Board of Management of JKLU, faculty, staff and students of the University, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for conferring this very signal honor on me. In respect of what we are going through today, the COVID-19 pandemic has changed life as we know it, and it may have changed us individually as well, from our morning routines to our life goals and priorities. Many say the world has changed forever, but this coming year, if the vaccine drives down infections and variants are kept at bay, life could return to some form of normality. At that point, what will we glean from the past year? Are there any silver linings or lessons that we should have learned? The pandemic for me was a moment of truth. As a leader, if the COVID-19 pandemic has taught me anything, it is the hope that it would mark as one of the transformative historical change, a collective shift in perspective to the non-equity in access that we experienced, to the need for quality education and healthcare, to the need for a truly equal protection under the law, a recognition of the importance of healthcare and an emphasis on a sustainable ecosystem, the value of people to our economy, a real understanding of what true work-life balance should or could look like, and so much more. Resilience is critical, and maybe we could be better, stronger, but most importantly, different than before. For ourselves, surely, but even more for our children and for our coming generations. But resilience doesn't only mean bouncing back to normal. It means being transformed towards a new normal. Resilience can help us get through and overcome hardship. But resilience is not something we are always born with. It's built over time as the experiences we have interact with our unique individual genetic makeup. That's why we all respond to stress and adversity like that from the COVID-19 pandemic in different manners. Think of resilience as a seesaw or balance scale, where negative experiences tip the scale towards bad outcomes and positive experiences tip it towards good outcomes. The pandemic has both revealed and accelerated a number of learnings that will play a substantial role in the shape of the future global economy. For most leaders, our priorities have actually shifted. Starting with the need to lead with purpose. Employees want to work at places that have a sense of purpose and will leave it if they don't find it. Companies that execute with purpose are more likely to generate long-term value. And people expect business to do more than merely make money for shareholders, although that is, of course, essential. I can see in Salesforce itself that during the pandemic, the kind of response that we had for our people, where we tried to set up helplines in a matter of 3 days flat, where we were able to sign up 2,200 volunteers from across the world, where we were able to deliver a helpline that provided people with information, which was the stuff that was most needed, across the board 24/7, where we could land 3 plane loads of oxygen concentrators because oxygen was the need of the hour. How all of this has impacted our employees and our employees' morale. We actually jumped 26 slots in the Great Places to Work, all in one go. because of the way our employees felt supported. And I think that gave us pause to think as to how exactly we should be running the company in order to ensure that employees continue to feel equally supported even in the absence of a crisis. The next thing that we need to really realize in order to ensure that this keeps happening is to nurture and upskill talent. Talent is the most important natural resource, and leading companies are showing how to develop it. They coach and empower small teams, deploy talent based on skills, not hierarchy, and fill gaps through training and development. The bottom line, a better employee experience delivers better results. And I can tell you from experience, there is no gainsaying this one thing. Sustainability, the principle of producing goods and services while exacting minimal damage to the environment, is something that has become central to everything we do. Many companies have taken earnest steps in this regard because they wanted to. In the very near future, however, doing so will become fundamental to doing business, and it will be as simple or as essential as compiling a balance sheet. Consumers and regulators will insist on it. In this context, sustainability needs to be done as systematically as digitization or strategy development, because it will be an important source of long-term competitive advantage. As a cloud pioneer and sustainability leader, Salesforce has been committed to accelerating the transition to clean and renewable sources of electricity since 2013. This means purchasing renewable energy equivalent to the amount of electricity we use to power our global operations on an annual basis. In 2017, we were proud to hit net zero operations and start delivering to all of our customers a carbon neutral cloud. In 2019, we expanded our scope and we included all emissions from business travel and employee commuting. Just a few weeks back, I'm proud to say we announced that Salesforce is now a net zero company. We are not waiting until 2030 or 2040. We have accelerated our investments to ensure that we leave no footprints as of today. Also, we are proud to announce that we have reached 100% renewable energy for our operations this year. We have been working on this for almost a decade by investing in wind farms and solar projects all around the world. Leadership also means that we need to transform the way we do business, and the transformation mainly will be in the cloud. If the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us anything, it is how quickly consumers can respond to changing circumstances. Like many companies, during the public health crisis, they have embarked on their own digital transformation journey. Increasingly, they are leveraging technology to stay connected with loved ones and to solve problems fast, such as to make payments contactless or online. From the way we shop to how we learn, changes that in normal circumstances would have taken 5 or 6 years to have happened has happened within a couple of months. We can see that ourselves. If you look at our children today, most of them are learning with the basis of iPads. Remember those days when we would walk to school with very heavy school bags slung on our shoulders? Those days seem to have gone. But whether everybody, that is every child, is getting that access to education is probably what should worry us now. Yes, education and quality education material is now available because it is all on the digital medium. But what about the accessibility to that digital medium? That is something that we should make universally accessible. The cloud's potential to create value has long been clear, but now its capabilities are becoming grounded in reality. By enabling both speed and scale, the cloud is critical to innovation. By 2030, there could be $1 trillion at stake, and it's likely that early adopters will be able to get the lion's share. CIOs and CTOs are really now on the front foot because, thanks again to their crucial role during the COVID-19 pandemic, they are the ones who will actually lead the way for organizations to transform entirely. The pandemic forced many organizations to move fast. Now, the priority is to sustain that speed by designing it into the organization. Think of speed as a muscle that needs to be developed. Invest in new collaboration technologies. Anticipate shifts in demand. Focus on the outcomes. 2021 is the year of accelerating time to value and driving meaningful outcomes. What will be different is how return is measured. It is time, value to the organization and customers, as well as competitiveness that will now matter. Long-term vision is still essential, but you need to begin seeing value from digital transformation projects within months, not years, if they are going to be considered successful. There is no longer an end to digital transformation. It is now about progress, agility, and operational plus digital business model innovation. Whilst the need to digitally transform existed before the pandemic, this urgency to shift online has accelerated at hyperspeed. In times of uncertainty, companies willing to step up to the challenge set by the consumers to innovate and lead will be rewarded. In contrast, those reluctant to do so will put at risk the loyalty of their customers and the company's relevance in the marketplace. Ultimately, they will be left behind. In the new economy, the digital transformation journey will be shared by companies and consumers alike. Both require solutions to the challenges they face today and resilience in the event of a crisis. With trusted advice, they can have the confidence to adapt new technologies, to solve problems, and do business with purpose. Getting beyond reopening and recovery with a transformative mindset, they can reimagine their business and the opportunities entirely and ensure their continued relevance in the marketplace. Thank you.